Hey Angelina, Victor here. Nice to meet you. Thanks for sending me an email here recently. And I'm going to show you kind of what we've been working on. And I was kind of messing around with it over the weekend, and I tried plugging it in to using some of your data. So these 4 markets I kind of used, and I'll show you kind of how one idea of how we might be able to fit this together. So some kind of visitor, online visitor, comes to your website. They come to your online shop. When they click this button, we could, if this is something that interests you, we could, instead of clicking the online shop, this could just bounce them over to the app, essentially the app that we're building. And basically, when they get here, they enter in their zip code, and that's just a picture of just a random picture of New Orleans. You can make it whatever it is you want. Obviously, this is your logo. I just kind of pulled it just to give you an idea how it might look. And again, disregard all these are CSA drop sites. This is a demo app, so this isn't a real app. This is just kind of a practice app. So some of the stuff is a little wonky. It doesn't really quite work, but it'll give you an idea for what we're doing. So anyways, I entered in City Hall's zip code, 70112, and it looks like the French Quarter's the closest one. So you can see all the data here. This is downtown, French Quarter downtown, Mid-City, Uptown. You can name them whatever you want. It tells you how far you are away based on the zip code that you entered, and then the time in the day. So if I just click French Quarter, now I'm going to your products page. And your products page are all stored in a Google Sheet. So if you can just, basically the way this works is everything here you can maintain in a Google spreadsheet. And I'll show you how that works here in a minute. But basically here you can, edit your site if you say, oh, I want to go back and change that. You can change that. If you want to just look at one-time products, you can just make sure that this one-time thing is highlighted. Or if you want to look at just the subscriptions, you can see this is a 12-week subscription, $21 per subscription. We see it all, just have them both highlighted. Basically down here, if you want to, so this is for like a CSA. So if any of your farmers market vendors wanted to offer like a subscription, essentially a CSA or whatever, offer their samples on a subscription basis, we can have them put in a description here, say what their farm's like, if they're, organic or anything like that, or how often they want to distribute. And the weekly distributions, we can put the dates that you're off. I noticed on your website that you're going to be off on Mardi Gras. Basically what we would do is just take every single date that you are not in operation. We can load that into the app, and all these distributions, those will skip on those dates. So I didn't put that in here in this version, but that's how we would handle, like, say, Thanksgiving and 4th of July or Christmas, any kind of holiday or whatever. So if you want to add more after the winter share, say you want some eggs, the eggs, since they're one-time buys, this gives you the ability to select a distribution date. So these would be your farmer's market dates, and then the user would come in here and say, I don't want eggs every single week. I just want eggs, I guess every other week or something like that. So this is how they would do that. So there's all your eggs, okay? And if you want to add a variable product, for instance, a t-shirt. So if you want to buy a t-shirt, you'll notice that this variable thing comes up where it says what type do you want. So you can get a large, medium, or small t-shirt. We're working on adding additional pictures here, so you can actually get multiple pictures of the t-shirt to kind of get a look of it. So if you want a small t-shirt and you want it distributed on March 21st because that's somebody's birthday or something, so and then say, you just kind of randomly, there's this hot sauce over here. So the hot sauce has a couple different variations. Obviously, hot sauce doesn't come in small, medium, large. I guess it could, but this particular hot sauce, this vendor offers these variations. Two red bottles, 2 green bottles, and then 1 red bottle and 1 green bottle. So if you want to try 1 red and 1 green, and you want this distributed March 7th, because for whatever reason, you add that to your cart, and here's what your cart looks like. And this is a web version. This is all available on a mobile app too. So it's kind of more difficult to do a demo on the mobile app, but just showing you how it would look on the website. And then once you get to this stage, you can always go back to your cart edit, and you can kind of track along up here. And then here's where you pick home delivery or store pickup. This could obviously say market pickup. We could change the, everything that you see is homebrew. There's nothing, it's all homemade. So anything that you would want changed, it's relatively easy, depending on what it is. So if I want home delivery, this is how it would look. This is prior to the confirmation. Okay, so these brown boxes, we could have it look different. We could have this be like a strawberry or something or whatever. Just some kind of list to show all the distributions, what the customer is going to pay. So this $26, the way it is designed is this $26 actually gets charged to the customer on February 14th for their share and their eggs, and we'll get this delivered to them. Okay. If you want to bill them, stagger it, say like 3 days in advance, we could run this chore. It's called kind of like a chore. It's just a scheduled job that charges them anytime that this app sees this date and this amount of money in this particular customer. It charges them on that date at like 2 a.m. That's when it runs, and they get an email confirmation and everything like that. I can show you how that works. But if you want to stagger this and say bill them on February 11th for this, we can totally do that. It's no problem. So anyways, if you look through this, user's good. You go to confirm. This is where you enter in all your information, and let me just go through here. This is these delivery instructions. These would be sent to the courier. So this is what they would do with your order. So if you have your share plus your T-shirt, you could tell them just leave it on my porch by the plant. The more specific, the better. Definitely, the more specific, the better. And so here's the rest of it. Okay, I'm going to enter in my real credit card information because this is hooked up to the live app, so I'll be right back. Hang on. All right, so once you enter your credit card information, it creates your account. So you can see here it says creating your Yellowbird Food Shed account. That's super, obviously we could just change that to creating your Crescent City Farmers Market account. And then once it creates their account, this is the screen that you will see anytime you open the app on your phone. This is the first screen you would see. Unless you were logged out, you could either log back in or create another account. And basically, this is a little confusing, and this is kind of a priority to clean up. And obviously, this might look completely different for you, for the Crescent City Farmers Market. But basically, for the CSA, here's how it works. Okay, so basically, if you sign up for the winter share, it tells you what's in your next distribution. And all these ingredients are maintained in the same Google Sheet. And I'll show you this Google Sheet after I'm done showing you this app. And then we can kind of bounce back and forth real quick. But anyways, if you click on one of these ingredients, say spinach, so your spinach is going to be in your CSA share. This shows you a list of recipes that you can choose from: portobello mushrooms, green smoothie. If you click on one of these, this will take you to a external website that actually spicy spinach stuffed mushrooms, and it takes you to the actual recipe. So it gives you an idea of what you can, cook with your CSA share. The spicy spinach stuff, that's what we clicked. And then this is a little confusing right here. So if your default selection is home delivery, again, like I said, this is a demo app. In the real life, this would say yes because we clicked delivery. This just offers the customer a way that they can change their mind between home delivery and pickup. Say they sign up for an entire season as home delivery and they change their mind and say, I just want to pick it up, forget it. You can just switch this to no. And then alternatively, if you get into the season, you say, I want home delivery, I just can't go pick it up anymore. You just switch this to on, and it just adds $15. And it's this is a demo app, so this wouldn't that behaves a little bit differently out in the wild. And it says what your next distribution is, And then this hamburger right here, this is where you can place holds on your share. Again, this is CSA share, but if it was a farmer's market, like subscription for samples, you just come in here, cancel, say I don't want, on March 7th I'm going to be gone. You just say cancel. You want to say hold this date. You really want to hold it. It says... My computer's crawling right now. Come on. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. We're good. Moving on. So that's how you place a hold, and I'll show you how that works. So anyways, this is the app. Generally speaking, we built something where you can customize a CSA share. This is another thing that's really confusing that we're working on cleaning up. Basically, these are all the ingredients in your share, and basically one of the CSAs that we're working with, they want their customers to have the ability to pick and pull things. So they want discretionary items. So if you want this sticker, you can add this sticker, this Yellowbird sticker, to your share, but it says you need to remove 1 credit in order to submit this customization. Say you want the sticker and you're willing to part ways with the candy onion. Okay, now you're cool. Okay, and then say you want 2 stickers, then you can just ditch the carrots and then add another sticker, and then you can see I've got my 2 stickers here. If I try to add 3 stickers, I'm over the limit again. Again, fairly confusing. Working on cleaning it up, but just kind of like generally that's kind of what they're looking for. And this is how their share would look on February 14th when you click submit. Okay. So that goes through, okay, and then this is some other stuff. I'll kind of skip over. Just to kind of bounce over here, the ingredients for the CSA share, and again, I realize, you've got a farmer's market, but basically this is how it works. So you just list the ingredients in column A, you say what the source is, you list the image file, you just copy the URL and paste it in here. And this is everything for the winter share, and then this is where it kind of gets into customization. If you want something that has to be in the share, it's right there. If you want to be able to pull it away, if you want to add it, whatever, it's right there. And then here's your products. So you can just maintain, and we can add a column here for like vendor, and we can link this up. We can link every product up to we just use column I. And essentially put all your farmers market vendors in column I and say, you can buy strawberries from so-and-so for, $7 or whatever. That's what it would be up here, roughly, maybe more like blueberries. Anyway, so and then you can list, if it's a variable product, so you could say, again, there's a ton of detail in here that we can talk about. Once the orders go through, I'll show you. The orders come down here, and these are all test transactions. So basically, here's your date of order, date of distribution, first name, last name, what the item is, if it's a farm share, if it's a CSA share. We could say this is a sample. We could do samples instead of farm shares. The price, the distribution site, aka the farmer's market, and then the method. So if you go down here, and we've got Angelina's. Your name did not come through on the Google Sheet. So again, demo app, still work in progress, but here's all your bills that we signed up. So we got the hot sauce, the t-shirt, we got eggs, looks like 6 times, and then we got a whole season of the CSA share. And then basically what you would do, what the farmer's market would do, or the CSA, basically what you would do is just come in here, add the filter. So just filter on this spreadsheet, say distribution date, you clear everything, and then you just want, say you want next week, so February 14th. So this is all the stuff that you need to distribute on February 14th. This is your orders. You print this out, take it to the market, show it to the vendors. We could give the vendors this link to the Google Sheet so they could just log in and see if they have any orders, and so on. And then obviously if somebody placed a hold, it didn't look like that hold came through. But basically, your hold information would come through here. Again, ton of detail here. Let's see. Those are all your distribution sites. Custom orders. It looks like Angelina submitted a custom order. Anyways, a lot of good stuff here. This, I said it was going to be 5 minutes. This is 15. If this looks like something you're interested in, again, we can change whatever. But this is kind of what we're rolling out to some CSA. So this is what we're up to. Thanks a lot, Angelina. Hopefully I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.